I really believe that she just always thought, this is mine. I'm Bill's wife. I'm white. And this is mine. I just got to get up and step into the plate. And then out of nowhere came, hey, I'm Barack Obama. And she said, oh, damn, where did you come from? I'm white. I'm entitled. There's a black man stealing my show.
Proud to be an older American woman.
Where are you from?
New York City. Hillary State. The best nominee that's possible. And the Democrats are throwing the election away. For what? An inadequate black male who would not have been running had it not been a white woman that was running for president. And I'm not going to shut my mouth anymore. I can be called white, but you can't be called black. That's not my America.
How does Hillary Clinton win the nomination?
Well, Kathy, you know, there was just an AP article posted that found how Senator Obama's support among hard-working Americans, white Americans, is weakening again, and how the whites in both states who had not completed college were supporting me, and in independence, I was running even with him and doing even better with Democratic-leaning independents. I have a much broader base to build a winning coalition on.
Play the race card as Mrs. Clinton has to highlight and encourage a sense that we are crudely divided as a nation. To make your argument a brute and cynical, the black guy can't win but the white girl can, is, well, so vulgar, so cynical, so cold that once again a Clinton is making us turn off the television in case the children walk by. She has unleashed the gates of hell, a longtime party leader told me. She's saying he's not one of us. She's trying to take Obama down in a new way, but also within a new context. In the past, he was just the competitor. She could say all's fair, but now he's the competitor who's going to be the nominee of his party, and she is still trying to do him in, and the party is watching. So is that how you see it? Is this at this point about the party and about the damage that Hillary Clinton might be doing to Barack Obama and then ultimately to the Democrats in November?
Yes. I think the real problem here is for the Democratic Party. The party itself has sort of lost control of what is happening in the battle between Mrs. Clinton and Mr. Obama. And I think Mrs. Clinton crossed a serious line.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
We're ready right now to make a projection. CNN is now ready to project that Barack Obama is the winner in the state of Mississippi, carrying the primary there. Now, we wanted to wait a little bit to make sure we had some actual results coming in, not just based on the exit polls, but we can now project that Barack Obama is the winner in the state of Mississippi.
If Barack Obama were not in African America, he would have been beaten by John Edwards. He would not be the nominee. It is far more of a positive for him, not only in the African American community, but with the Chris Matthews of the world and in the suburbs, liberal suburbs, far more than it is a negative, and you know that.
Let me get Andrea to get in here. Andrea.
I would disagree with that. I think that it's a real stretch to say that there are enough African American voters who are self-identifying or supporting Barack Obama. His appeal in Iowa had nothing to do with African American voters. It was Iowa that lifted him above the other Democrats in the race and set him on this trajectory. It was very smart, targeted, organized campaigning in caucus states by the Obama
I think
campaign.
your buddies, Chris, Geraldine Ferraro and Joe Biden, they might have been knocked over for what they said, but what both of them have said was a gaffe because it was true.
You know what I hope is true? I hope that the world my kids live in, where they don't think about race as a dividing issue, they don't even mention that their teachers are black, and sometimes they date in a race, they don't even talk about it, they don't make a big issue about it. I hope that becomes our country someday, Pat. Do you agree?
Let me tell you something.
Would you like to see that country?
Look,
would you like to see a country where race
I would like
didn't
to
matter?
see Dr. Martin Luther, the King's dream of one nation, one people. Chris, that ain't the world we live in, and you got to describe reality, not what you would wish it to be.
That's why we
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That is the true genius of America. We're blessed, believing that in a tolerant America, your name is no barrier. What we think, write what we think, without hearing a sudden knock on the door.
I'm a big believer that there's nothing we can't accomplish if we're unified. But the problem is that we spend all our time talking about our divisions instead of what brings us together. And, you know, maybe it's because I come from such a mixed up background, right? I've said this before, when you get my family together, I mean, you've got people who look like Margaret Thatcher. You've got people who look like Bernie Mac. You've got, you know, my sister, she looks like Selma Hayek. I don't know if you've seen her. She looks Latin. I mean, and she's got a baby because she married a Chinese Canadian. So she's got a little, I got a little niece who's a little Chinese baby. So the point is that, you know, that's just how I look at the world, is we all have a piece of each other. And we can't get caught up in our differences. We can't get caught up in our differences.
The most amazing thing I've seen on the campaign so far happened today. I've never seen that many people together ever in my life.
I've never been doing any campaign or any function like that before.
Yeah, I like politics. I kind of like being president like Barack Obama. It's kind of fun, really exciting.
You want to be president?
Yeah.
I just really hope he becomes the next president. I mean, he can do so much good. It's just phenomenal, you know? And just to actually be there and really see it and experience it with all that people. I mean, this is my first time actually out to one of these rallies, and I just so enjoyed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big open welcome to the next first founder of the United States, Obama.